ATC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
It is starting to get quite chilly for us here in Acadiana, with temperatures now already into the upper 30s to lower 40s. We're heading for our coldest night in nearly a month for us here in Acadiana. So it has been some time since we've seen temperatures get quite this low, as we're getting close to the freezing mark tonight. And even the next couple of days, still going to be well below average in the lower 50s for highs before we slowly warm up. You can see across the country a lot of cold air spilling down, producing some snow flurries as far south as North Alabama. But most of that activity is now dying down as we fall into the evening hours, as it's losing some of that moisture. We do have some clouds back over Texas. Those will start to move in during the second half of our Tuesday, but the rain will hold off until about Thursday. You can already see some of that rain making its way into Southern California. We also have a couple systems. So we got that system that's going to bring some rain, and then there's another low that'll be dropping down from the north, and the two of those will kind of come together to increase those rain chances as the week moves forward. But clear skies across the region this evening, and still dealing with a little bit of a breeze. As mentioned, 40 degrees here in the hub city, but those winds have stayed up a little bit, up around 7-8 miles the last couple hours, and that has kind of slowed down the cooling. We've been at 40 the last couple hours. If those winds had died down, I expected us to be into the 30s. So if we keep that wind up a little bit, might not be quite as cold as the models are going, but you do see if we get that wind to die down and with dew points in the 27s, a good bet that we could see near freezing temperatures. Models are going for upper 20s across northern portions of Acadiana, 27 for the low in Alexandria, 29 in Ville Platte. So just very freezing cold temperatures, a light freeze and widespread frost across all the areas. So make sure you cover those sensitive plants and bring the pets inside. Also check on some of those elderly people, or that people that don't live in necessarily the warmest of buildings. Make sure they have a spot to make warm, as we'll get to freezing even all the way down towards the Gulf Coast with 31s for both Kaplan and in the Abbeville. After that chilly start, like today, a full day of sunshine can only get us into the lower 50s, so you'll even want to have the jacket and sweater through a good portion of the day for our Tuesday. Some clouds move in, as I mentioned, late tomorrow night, so not quite as cold going into Wednesday morning, but still quite chilly. Mid-30s, some patchy frost possible, so keep the plants covered at least a couple more nights, and then 52 for the high by Wednesday afternoon with a good bit of cloud. So clear and cool tonight, not quite as cold as maybe the models are going, but I do think we'll still get very close to the freezing mark with frost possible. Clouds begin to increase during the second half of the day into a good portion of our Wednesday, but we do stay dry throughout much of Wednesday as the rains begin to develop back over Texas. Those two systems will start to come together, with the main one that we'll be watching along the Texas coast. That could start to send some scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder during the overnight hours, beginning around midnight Thursday morning and continuing until the early morning hours. Now, this model keeping the heaviest rains out in the Gulf of Mexico and up towards the other low, with just some scattered activity working in, with maybe a better chance of some showers into the afternoon. But now I'm going to show you the GFS. That's a little bit more bullish, keeping the low closer to us. So dry through Wednesday with some scattered showers beginning to develop out over Texas ahead of our next frontal system. As that gets closer and closer to us, maybe some stray showers beginning as early as midnight, but really beginning to ramp up as we get to the morning commute. So could be a little bit wet come Thursday morning as you head into school and work. This then keeps the low tracking just to the south of us, with a good chance for those scattered showers working through during a good portion of our Thursday, but then eventually clearing out of the area with high pressure and mild conditions moving in for Friday and next weekend. So the GFS is not going nearly as high on the rainfall totals as I showed earlier with the European. Only about a half to an inch of rain across the area, while the Euro's going maybe up to 2 inches. So we'll have to kind of watch the models in the coming days, but definitely know we are looking at a decent chance for some scattered showers beginning early Thursday morning and continuing through a good part of the afternoon. But for your Tuesday, a frosty start with temperatures near that freezing, and then we'll make our way to about 50-52 degrees. Still a little bit of a wind even tomorrow afternoon, which will continue to add that chill. Clouds thicken tomorrow night, keeping us not quite as cold into Wednesday morning, but still chilly. Good bit of clouds continue for Thursday, and even the chance for some showers, especially during the first half of the day, but then we clear out into the weekend. And overall, we should be relatively nice into a second half of next week, too.
All right, very good. Thanks, Eric.